Big John, Big John.
Well, good Thursday morning, everybody. It's 11:30. Worked 12 hours last night, today, whatever you want to say, 11 o'clock p.m. to 11 o'clock a.m. So, in the bug, tootling down 20. Last night at the officers meeting for the fire department, captain gave me a couple of service bulletins, recalls for two of our fire trucks, both the Dodges. If you watch my channel, you know we have the 5500 with the firefighter bed on the back of it and everything. And then we have that 2500 with a cap on it and stuff that we use for running errands. It's a people mover. But anyway, both of those trucks have recalls. The big one, the 5500, it's a recall for the lugs, your studs, your wheel studs. Supposedly they were over torqued. They had the torque specs wrong, so they need to take them all apart and check them and replace them if they're yielding. They call it yielding, obviously it's if they're stretching. And then the 2500 has a recall on the steering joint that is coming apart. So something in the tie rods. I crawled under there last night after I got this paperwork and shook and wiggled and twisted and shaked everything I could, and nothing looks to be out of whack on it. So, but still, it's a recall, and they're gonna look at it. So I'm on my way to Ruin, which is out west of Woodville, sitting here at the train tracks. Actually, a train going through Woodville right now, and so I'm gonna run out there and see about making appointments to get them trucks in. The primer motor that I took off the other day, I didn't have any luck getting it fixed, or anybody that could get it fixed. I did find the guy at C&W Auto, the owner, has a connection with somebody in Piqua that rebuilds them. But then I was talking to Bob Groik, and he knows a place just up here on the other side of, probably 10 miles in front of where I'm at right now, a guy that does them. And so I give that to him last night, and he was going to drop it off this morning. He told the guy it was for a fire truck when he talked to him on the phone, and he says, all right, I'll put a rush on it. So he dropped it off this morning on his way to work, and sorry about that. And this evening when he gets off work, he should be able to pick it up, and it'll be done, completed, and he's going to give me a call, and we'll go up there and get her installed, because we are pump testing our fire trucks this weekend, Friday actually. So that's cutting a little close. If he can't get it fixed, then we'll just have to reschedule G4 for another day of pump test. But they're coming up here to Gibsonburg. Used to be Finley Fire, I don't know what it is, Atlantic Fire or something like that, but they're bringing their portable test up to Gibsonburg and setting it up. And we've got our two big pumpers getting tested. Woodville's got 2 or 3 that they're bringing. Helena's bringing some over. Lindsay's bringing some over. So it's going to be a whole day of testing fire trucks, and they put them through the ringer. But they'll have to test our G1 all by itself, because, well, it's the biggest pump in Sandusky County, and their test facility will not test that pump along with another one. It's a 1750 gallon a minute pump. next biggest ones around are 1,500 gallons. Now, from what I understand, their setup will test 2,000 gallon trucks, and it will test 2 1,500 gallon trucks, but that's about the limits. So if you put our 1750 in there, which we have flowed over 2,000 gallons a minute out of that truck. So, but that's what it's rated for. But we have flowed over 2,000 gallons a minute out of it. She's a beast. But anyway, you have to get them pump tested every year for your NFPA certification. So, like I was saying, hopefully we can get that primer put back together, because the primer is an integral part of it. They actually test the primer. And what the primer does is, if you have an external water source, like you're drafting out of a ditch or a pond or something like that, the primer is what sucks the water up and primes the main pump on the truck, hence primer. And it has to hold vacuum. With everything sealed up, you have to be able to pull your primer, and I'm not sure of the numbers on it, I should know them, but you have to create so much vacuum, and then you have to hold that vacuum for X amount of minutes or X amount of time. Well, if you don't have a primer on there to start with, you're not gonna. So anyway, Bob's gonna pick that up on his way home tonight. Hopefully the gentleman gets it redone, and we can get it put on tonight, and then tomorrow morning, actually, bright and early, 7:30, they're gonna start pumping trucks, testing trucks. I have to work over again tomorrow night or tomorrow morning, so I won't get out of work till 11:30, so it'll all be done and over with by the time I get out. Otherwise, I'd go over there and videotape it for you guys. I might swing by to see if they've got any trucks left and get a short video. I'm gonna go get over, and this guy behind me can't wait to pass me. Anyway, enough about that. I'm almost to the Chrysler dealer. We'll see you in a little bit. Well, I called the Dodge dealer in Bowling Green from the parking lot of the Dodge dealer out here, because they don't have the equipment and the lifts to pick up G2, the 5500 Dodge with the fire bed on the back of it and all that. So they cannot help us out on that one. So I sat in the parking lot and called the Dodge dealer in Bowling Green, where that truck has been already, and I got appointments made. G5 with the tie rod drag link stuff is going in next Wednesday, and G2, the big one, is going in the following Tuesday on the 17th. So we'll get them in there, get them inspected, fixed if they need it, and we'll be good to go. So I'm on my way home. Maybe I'll take Tammy out to lunch when we get there. She just got off of work a couple minutes ago, so we'll see what's happening. Talk to you a little bit. All right, I don't know how well you can see me. Hope you can. Anyway, it's 20 after 9, and I finally, or I shouldn't say finally, I just got the call from Bob that primer motor is rebuilt and fixed, and his son and Logan went up to get it, and they're on their way back. So we're gonna go up there, try and get it put in. I got about an hour before I have to leave for work. So they're on their way up there. Bob's on his way up there, and we're gonna try and get that put back together and get it functioned so that truck can be tested first thing in the morning. So I'll take you guys along. All right, she's put back on. Pulled the trigger. Bob, you want to pull out again for me? For my fans, my peeps?
Ready?
Yeah. Woo! Okay. She works good. Piece of cake.
supposed to spit out a little more?
Yeah. Hi, Missy. You opposed to being on my YouTube channel?
No.
No? And Bob? And Bob's son? They're the ones that went and got it. And Cannon bolted up here, so. All right, we're good. Now I can call the chief and the captain and let them know that it is functional and ready to be pump tested in the morning. And they will be tickled pink. So everything went together good. The guy did a great job, repainted it all, put a new solenoid on it, and it's all kind of in one. It was kind of, the way it was before wasn't quite right, because we replaced the solenoid on it that wasn't exactly the right one, but we made it work. And cool. So now I get to go to work for 12 hours. We'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks. All right, well, I hope you can see me. Ended up making it home, changed vehicles. I'm in my truck heading to work, and I got a bunch of running around to do in the morning. Well, like I said, I'm working 12, so I get out 11 o'clock. I got a bunch of running around to do. I'm going to try and get a drum of Shell Rotella 1540. My drum at home's empty, so I'm going to Rule King and get a drum of oil. Last time I was there, they didn't have any, so we'll try again tomorrow. And the bank and the drugstore and the Yamaha dealer and a few other places. So yeah, I'll take y'all along for the ride. We'll see you then. All right, good morning everybody. Happy Friday. About 10 after 8. Swung by the other farm, looked around a little bit. Swung up past the fire station, seen the captain pulling out, stopped, talked to him. He was having trouble getting the door to go down. Well, it was going down and he didn't see it and pushed the button and went back up. And he pushed the button again and went back down, pushed the button and went back up. He couldn't see because he stopped out in the middle of the road to talk to me. And then it wouldn't do nothing. So I got up there and took things apart and pushed a couple buttons. I think I reset it, but I'm not sure if I eliminated the opener part of it. So I'm gonna go out here and where they're testing fire trucks and tell him if the opener don't work, he's gonna have to walk in there and push the button by hand. Or that, or it sat long enough, cooled down. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a garage door expert. All I know is you gotta grease your springs every once in a while and your track rollers. Change the batteries in the openers. That's my level of expertise when it comes to garage doors. All right, we'll see you out there. Well, here she is going through her paces. Obviously, he's got the air conditioning running too. That trailer's full of water. Pumping in capacity. Tank holds 3,000 gallons of water. Every minute and a half we're recycling that whole tank. She's flowing 2,000 gallons a minute right now. I don't know if you can see the exhaust tip. This truck, it had a turn down tip that went out and turned down. Sit there and pump like that and there'd be a hole in the asphalt where it would just melt the asphalt and blow it away. So I went and bought that MBR tip. That's a polished stainless steel tip, but it gets so hot that it discolored that stainless steel. It's sitting there running like that. old girl. Woodville's got one of their trucks here. They've got 3 of them, I think they're bringing over. Helena's got a couple they're bringing over. Lindsay's bringing a couple over. They can test 2 at a time, except for that old girl right there. She's too big. She's too strong. She's too powerful. Anyway, so much for getting home and getting right to bed. But we're gonna head that way right now. I can get out of the parking lot without hitting something. So yeah. Can't really see nothing in that pit. It's all enclosed, but it takes the water and disperses it back into that tank in a bunch of different places to keep the water from getting too aerated. And then as the water flows back to the outlets to go back into the truck, it's channeled to where it actually goes back and forth a few times to settle down and let the air come out of it, so it's just water. Because if you suck in a bunch of aerated water like that, you'll cavitate the pump and lose the prime possibly, and it won't perform right. So I've seen other ones where it's a long trough that the water blows back into, and then it comes in a zigzag pattern back to the outlet, so that the water has a chance to, all the bubbles come out of it and everything. That was down to United Fire down in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Wapakoneta? No, Cridersville. We used to take them down there and have them tested there, which I've done a few times. I don't know, it almost looks like it could storm. Getting kind of dark over that way. We're not supposed to get anything till Monday, I think, so. I was supposed to stay over this morning, but the guy on afternoons showed up yesterday. So Brian, the other crane operator, he came in at his normal time instead of early. So he's staying over this morning. He's got more seniority than me, so he's staying over this morning. So anyway, that's cool. I got to get home on a Friday morning. We'll go home, sleep for a couple hours, turn around and get a bunch of running done, and maybe a little bit of farming. I got to cut some wooden discs for my sister's friend first. Probably do that this morning. All right, talk to you later.